from Studio B in the Communication Building at Olivet Nazarene University. It's Tonight at Olivet with Jack White. Tonight's guests include A.E. Sarver and this year's homecoming queen. Here's your host, Jack White.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Tonight at Olivet. I'm your host, Jack White. It's the first show of the season, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank God the reports are finally in, and we now get to know what candy sold the most in each state. Connecticut's top pick was the Almond Joy bar, and if you think about it, Connecticut has quite a bit in common with an Almond Joy, especially when you compare them to their lesser counterpart. Of course, I mean a Mounds bar in Rhode Island. Just as a Mounds is an Almond Joy without the best part, the almond, Connecticut's neighbor is just like a smaller version, but without the beautiful cities and natural landscapes. Rhode Island does, however, redeem itself with its unique and creative top Halloween costume choice, Witch. In a season where almost every state's top costume is either Wonder Woman or Harley Quinn, Vermont's top costume is Catwoman, who last had a surge of popularity from her movie in 2004. Luckily, this is the first year that their top Halloween costume hasn't been Ginger from Chicken Run. Maybe by 2025, they'll figure out who Iron Man is. Pokemon Go is releasing several new characters this Halloween in an update. One person said, "I'm excited to see the update and all of the new characters." That was one of the 7 people that still play Pokemon Go. In Ohio, a man built a 2-story replica of a Star Wars AT-AT in his front yard. It reportedly took him 10 hours a weekend over the course of 6 months. When we asked his son what he thought of the huge decoration, he just said he was excited to have his dad back. A family in New Jersey reportedly has started receiving some scary letters to their home from someone calling himself the Watcher. He would ask questions like why they were there or if they had found what was in the wall yet. After the family moved out from the constant letters, they kept receiving them at their new home. It turns out they weren't threatening, they were legitimately curious about the state of the home, and they wanted to be friends with the new family. The most recent letter contained some inquiry if the family liked picnics, and if they had any plans for New Year's. A man in Michigan under the alias Champagne Torino promised to turn himself in and even bring a dozen donuts to the local police department if they could get a post up to 1,000 shares on Facebook. The post went up to 4,000 shares, and it only took a matter of hours. Champagne Torino made good on his promise. He had the whole station got him donuts. Had the police station gotten up to 10,000 shares, he would have made strides to actually turn his life around entirely. And if he had gotten 20,000 shares, he was going to have to run for mayor next year. In Louisiana, a funeral home had a minor leak that caused several gallons of blood and embalming fluid to pour out all over the street. A jogger fell nearby, and despite scraping his knee, he was rushed to the hospital due to what witnesses said was a massive loss of blood. He was in the ER for less than 5 minutes, and he's now demanding the funeral home to cover his bill. We've got a great show for you guys tonight. A.E. Sarver is stopping by to talk about the fall play, Our Town. We've also got the homecoming queen, Erin Daugherty, joining us to talk about her experience. You don't want to miss it.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Every day, artists lose their earnings to internet pirates. 2.5 $1.7 billion in worker earnings is lost every year. Don't be that guy. Support artists. Don't pirate music.
Thinking about stealing someone else's work? Think twice. Plagiarism. It's not worth the risk.
With Halloween coming up, we know what that means. Costumes are being bought and the candy aisles at Walmart are being raided. I hit the streets, or in this case, the Ludwig lobby, to find out what your favorite Halloween candy was. All right, so we have
Hope Morris.
Daniel.
Joey Ramirez.
Nick. Sam.
So, Hope, what's your favorite kind of candy?
I like anything chocolate, absolutely anything chocolate, but I especially enjoy Almond Joys and Heath bars. I have been made fun of for that before.
Reese's.
Are you like a student here? Like, what's your story?
I was a student.
Okay, just still hanging out or what?
Yeah, I'm just still around. Here I am.
Cool. It's the candy season, of course, so what is your favorite kind of candy?
I would have to say probably Twix.
Twix,
The
all
left
right.
one, though. The left one only.
Left Twix only.
I love sour gummy worms.
Nice.
Probably Hershey's chocolate.
What do you think is the most overrated candy out there?
Bars.
Underrated?
Overrated.
Yeah.
The most overrated candy. I would say Sour Patch Kids.
No, I don't like those much either.
Lollipops. Any type of lollipop.
Do you like lollipops or are they just overrated?
They're overrated. I think they're not necessary. They're just balls of sugar.
Skittles.
Why Skittles?
People like Skittles and they don't taste good.
Are Skittles also your least favorite candy?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so in a scenario where you have to only eat Skittles for the rest of your life or just no candy ever again, what are you picking?
No candy.
It's 100% chocolate.
Just chocolate in general?
Chocolate in
Do
general.
you like chocolate?
I like chocolate. It's just way overrated.
Got it.
Oh, for sure, Skittles. 100%.
All right, why Skittles?
Why not?
Fair point. What's your least favorite candy?
Sorry. What's my one?
Least favorite candy?
There's just so many.
All right, do your best impression of your favorite candy.
Well, I've always imagined Heath bars to be kind of like old lady candy bars, so I'm made of toffee and chocolate, and it's a nice big crunch every time you bite into me.
Spot on. Bingo, there it is. You can hear the peanut butter. Let's see your best impression of a left Twix. Wow. So, sour gummy worms.
Yes.
Let's see an impression, your best impression of a sour gummy worm. That's the best we've gotten all day. Can we see your best impression of Hershey's chocolate?
The last time I was hanging out with Hershey's, he was just like, oh, look at me. I'm so big and bad. I'm Hershey's. He's just a total tool.
Sorry to hear that, man. And you can still say it's your favorite candy even after that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thanks to, it was Joey Rodriguez. Great, thank you so much. And now I would like to welcome our very first guest. She's directing this year's fall play, Our Town, Professor A.E. Sarver. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, I'm honored to be the first.
Oh, it's great to have you.
Yeah.
So, Our Town,
Yes, Our Town.
why this show?
Well, Our Town is considered to be one of the most popular plays of the 20th century. A ton of great characters, and we wanted a lot of Olivet students to get involved. So this seemed like the perfect fit for the department and for the university as a whole.
What is the show about?
Oh, the show is about life and death and, you know, how we don't really realize life as we live it. We have all these moments, and some of them are really exciting, some of them are very mundane, but there is joy in the mundane, and I think it's extremely relevant now when so many of us are glued to screens, glued to our phones, and we don't look up and really cherish the moments we have with our friends and with our family and the people around us. So I think it's an important theme and message to really be reminded of.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have a quick clip. Let's take a look at that promo.
Everybody knows in their bones that something is eternal. And that something has to do with human beings. All the greatest people ever lived have been telling us that for 5,000 years. And yet you'd be surprised how people are always losing hold of it. But there is something way down deep that's eternal about every human being.
So we've already done one weekend of performances. You know the show well. What has been your favorite part of the show?
Oh, goodness. I would say that the entirety of the third act is my favorite. You have Act 1 and Act 2, which is just talking about normal life, and then we really get to the heart of the show when it gets to Act 3. And I would also say that anytime that Prof. Cohagen is talking on stage, he's the stage manager, kind of the narrator character of the show.
Okay.
Everything that he says is not only incredibly profound and thought-provoking, but there are definitely a lot of moments where it's just very funny and just very, it's a breath of fresh air.
So it's been good working with Prof. Cohagen?
Yes. I remember the first time I met Prof. Cohagen. It was actually my audition when I was a freshman here at Olivet for the spring musical. And I remember walking into auditions and seeing him, and something about him made me go, I should trust this guy. He knows what he's talking about. And since then, I've just had a ton of respect for him. And so getting to work with him as his grad assistant and then in this role of being his director has not only been an incredible opportunity, but also nerve-wracking because how do I tell the person who taught me everything about theater what to do? It was kind of like directing Dr. Bowling in Guys and Dolls last spring. He would come up to me and he'd be like, tell me what to do. Am I doing something wrong? No, Dr. Bowling, you're not doing anything wrong. You're perfect. So it's very similar to Prof. Cohagen. I'm not. It took me a few rehearsals to have enough courage to tell him what to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
So how many shows total have you directed here at Olivet?
3 as prof, as grad assistant, and 1 as a student.
Okay, so 4 shows under your belt.
4 shows.
What was your favorite?
See, that's a tough question because all the shows are very different from each other. We have The Piece of My Heart, which is about war, and that has a special place in my heart because that's when I realized I love directing and this is what I want to do with my life. Guys and Dolls was a blast. It was just such a fun show, and Dr. Bowling was in that, so that one was great. And then this one, of course, is just a beautiful show. But I would have to say probably Guys and Dolls was the first musical, the first university production completely by myself. So I made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot, and had a great time doing it.
Oh. Yeah. So Our Town is going to be the last show you'll direct here at Olivet, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're moving on. What are your post-Olivet plans?
Well, I'm gonna do a quick plug for myself, shameless plug. At the end of the semester, December 10th, in Kresge Auditorium at 7 o'clock, I am doing my final Master's Showcase performance. It will be a series of monologues and scenes, and I'm doing a scene with Prof. Cohagen, and doing a tap dance number and all sorts of fun things, and that'll be kind of my final performance on Kresge stage, and then after that, that's exam week, and then I will leave Bourbonnais, and I'm going to be auditioning for some professional shows in Tennessee specifically, and hopefully I get cast in something, and whether I do or whether I don't, I will be pursuing my Master's of Fine Arts in directing somewhere. I've been applying for schools already, so yeah.
What are you going to miss most about this campus, this community?
Isidro's.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I am going to miss the tamales, but oh man, I'm going to miss the people that have become my mentors, Prof. Cohagen, Dr. J, Dr. Woodruff. I'm going to miss having them and bothering them with all of my questions every day. And then also just the students. I've created some incredible bonds with students, and I love seeing them grow, and I love teaching them and then them teaching me.
Yeah.
And it's just a great community here, and I have so much passion for this, for the theater department and Olivet.
Well, thank you so much. Well, we have to take a break. When we come back, AE and I will be messing around in the taste lab. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Welcome back to the show. In this next segment, we're going to be taking our taste buds in to the tasting lab. So this game is a pretty simple one. So we have these candies laid out, mystery candies. Inside of each one, there's a candy. We're going to hold this up. I'm not looking. We're going to hold this up to the camera, and it'll say a certain type of candy. We don't know what they are. And to increase our ability to not see anything, we're going to have some blindfolds on. Only taste. No touching, can't see, can't smell, none of it. Would you like American flag, blood?
Blood.
All right. All right, since you are our guest, we'll let you go first. So once you get your blindfold situated, I'm going to have you take a number from 1 to 10, and I'll hand you the cup.
I am so nervous about this. I am a connoisseur of sorts for the candy. Let's see. I would like to try 3.
3, great. I don't speak French.
We can't all be perfect. Oh, do you have it?
I'm working on it.
Oh.
All right. Once again, no smelling, no touching. This just has to go
I am so nervous.
straight in your mouth.
Oh, my beret. Oh, goodness, that is okay. All right. I just have to put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Ah! Okay, here we go. Oh, this is very fluffy, like a pillow or a cloud. There is a chocolate, and it is very fluffy. Oh, there's one more. Oh, this is Trois Musketeers.
Yeah. 3 Musketeers.
Right?
Yeah, you got it.
Wait, take these off.
Yeah, you can take that off.
Perfect.
All right. Now I'm gonna give this a try.
Oh, this is fun. I hope you choose a disgusting one.
Oh. I don't know if there are disgusting ones or not, but
well, I hope you get
concerned.
me.
I'm terrified. This is not good. I'm gonna pick 5.
5. All right. Okay. All right. Oh boy. Here you go.
Okay. I don't like it. They're kind of chalky. I have no idea what this is. I don't know. It's like chalky chocolate, like a Kit Kat, but in the worst way.
Do you need a spit bucket?
No, it's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't pick it, but it's not repulsive. Is it like a malted milk ball?
You are so close. It is not a brand name.
Oh, it's a Whopper.
It is a
Okay,
Whopper.
okay.
Très bien.
Great.
Good. Right.
Yeah,
My
didn't
turn?
like those.
No. All right. Wait, where is my beret?
Got to have that, the
Oui.
candy tasting.
All right, d'accord.
All right. What number are you picking?
6.
6? All right.
I'm shaking. I'm so nervous.
There you go.
Okay. And I just go, but take the. Oh, here we go.
You want me to count for you?
Oui.
1.
Wait, in French.
French 1.
D'accord.
French 2.
Uh-huh.
French 3.
Ah. Oh. It is squishy. Oh, it is very squishy. Oh. Peanut butter and chocolate. It is Reese's cup.
Yes. Yeah. You got it. All right. We're getting down to if there is anything obscene in this.
Oh, as long as you get it, it's not me.
Yeah. All right.
Right, your number.
I'll go number 9.
9.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Got it.
Forgot your
Got
blind.
it. All right. Oh, that was an attack to my mouth. There's a lot going. Oh, okay, it's settling. There's 2 flavors, not just one. It's mint something. There's chocolate on the outside. I don't remember what they're called. I've had them before. It's not an Andes mint. They're circles. Oh no, it's not a York peppermint patty. It's a small version of that.
Oh.
I don't remember what it's the same kind of concept. It's mint covered in chocolate.
I think you're right.
I don't know what they're. I don't remember what they're called.
You were correct. Is York?
Oh, it
just
was?
says York.
It was York peppermint patty. Okay. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Bingo. What was that?
Is
Junior Mints is what I was thinking.
Oh,
okay. I couldn't remember the name.
Is this the last one?
For you, yes, I will have one more.
That is too bad. I don't remember what. Oh.
We have 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10 available.
Okay. 10.
10 it is. All right. Getting the tape off. Okay. I'd be worried about this one.
Do you need? Can we get the spit bucket out?
Yeah. We have the jack-o'-lantern spit bucket.
All right.
Very flattering.
I am nervous. Again. Oh, there are too many consistencies. I'm so nervous. I don't know what this is. I think there's a peanut in there.
You don't have. You're not allergic to peanuts or anything.
No.
Okay, great.
I should have said yes. Oh, I'm
Fine.
sorry.
Do you need to spit?
No.
All right, we'll leave it on the ground.
Okay. There's like crumbs in it.
Crumbs in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This is very strange. I feel like I know what it is, but it's sticking to my teeth.
Okay.
Is this a Snickers bar?
Yeah, Snickers. Perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Our town will have its next run of shows November 10th at 7 and November 11th at 2 and 7. Get your tickets on the Facebook ONU Theater page. You don't want to miss it. A.E. Sarver, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll be with the homecoming queen, Erin Daugherty. You won't want to miss it.
Got a quarter?
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the show. My next guest is our campus royalty. Please welcome the homecoming queen, Erin Daugherty. Hey. Oh. Hey.
Yeah, high fashion.
High fashion.
You ready?
I don't know where you could even get one of these other than straight from
they
the queen herself.
just gave it to me.
I don't know how to wear it. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, this thing is warm. Yikes.
It really covers you up. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now I'm the homecoming queen.
Perfect.
Erin, how are you?
I'm great. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm homecoming queen, so
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm sure you can identify. Okay. When did you find out you were in the top 10, and how did you feel?
I found out about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was a pretty quick process, but it was a lot of fun. I was very surprised to be in the top 10 and then continuing on into the bottom 5 and the last one. It was very surprising, but very pleasant.
Through the whole coronation experience, just tell me all about it.
All about it. Like I said, it was a very quick process.
Yep.
We had 2 weeks to find a dress, which was daunting, but it actually wasn't as bad as everyone kind of thought it was going to be. It was a lot of fun. Everyone, the whole court was just very encouraging and hilarious. We kind of we're all very wary of what's going on. What do we need to wear?
Yeah.
None of us are very fancy people, but it was a lot of fun.
Cool. During coronation, your mom referenced your childhood love for a story series called Peanut and Pokey.
Yes.
Tell us a little about Peanut and Pokey.
Yes. Well, growing up, a big book that my family read was called I think it was called The Little Pokey Puppy.
I read that when I was a kid too.
And I was just a slow poke at everything I did, so they called me Pokey. And then my cousin's nickname was Peanut, because she was a very small person.
Okay.
And then for bedtime stories, my mom would just kind of make stuff up, little adventures.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Very cool. So most of us here on campus know you from chapel band. You sing, play piano on occasion, but what else have you been involved in here on campus over the years?
Yeah, mainly I've been involved in ministries like Life Song, which is a traveling band that would go throughout the Olivet region and play at different youth events and churches every Sunday. That was always an adventure.
Sure.
Met a lot of really great people through that. So there was Life Song, and I'm in Music Ambassadors, helping lead a band there. And I'm also an administrative assistant for high school tutoring through YFC, which is Youth for Christ.
Awesome. So you're a senior, as we know from you and I being homecoming queen. What are your plans for after graduation?
After graduation, I plan on working full-time at a camp as a program director, as well as working on my master's in counseling online.
Very cool. Well, congratulations again on your coronation. And thank you for coming out. That's all we have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching tonight at Olivet. That's all we have. Good night from Olivet.